A closer look at the top political headlines this week, and joining us are ABC Deputy Political Director Averi Harper right here in the studio, and White House correspondent MaryAlice Parks, who is in New Hampshire. All right, Averi, let's start with you because Nikki Haley had a big week getting the endorsement from New Hampshire Republican Governor Chris Sununu. She seems to be peaking at the right time, just over a month before the primary there. How much of a difference maker, though, could this endorsement be?
It could be a big difference, and I'll tell you how the Haley team is looking at it. They know that Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire, is very popular not only with Republicans, but independents in the state. And those are independents who can vote in the state's open Republican primary. And so that's where they're looking to run up the score, because they know that they can't do anything about the significant portion of the party that it may be loyal to former President Trump, but they could try and expand the electorate there with independent voters. So if Haley gets the support of not only Republicans who are looking for a Trump alternative, but also independents, that could be her golden ticket. But do not get me wrong, it's still going to be an uphill battle for Haley. She's still more than 20 points behind former President Trump when you look at recent polling.
Wow. And Averi, really good to know who Sununu is supporting after months of speculation. Finally, we know. MaryAlice, this question is for you. One major political headline the candidates are responding to this week, the Texas Supreme Court deciding to block Kate Cox from getting an abortion after she discovered her fetus had a genetic disorder that is almost always fatal, and her pregnancy possibly hurting her chances at fertility down the road. What are you hearing on the trail about this?
Yeah, Stephanie, just a huge story across the country. But actually, we're hearing very little from these Republican presidential candidates. Ron DeSantis, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, has not weighed in on the substance of this case. Nikki Haley, she said that she didn't think judges should be deciding these things. But of course, judges are deciding them. You know, we are hearing so much from doctors that these medical exemptions that say they are designed to protect the life and safety of a mother with these dangerous pregnancies, we are hearing doctors say that they are just not working, they are just not practical, that the laws are too vague and the penalties are too steep. In Texas, doctors can face up to life in prison. And the state of Texas, in this case, actually threatened the hospitals that were involved. Now, it is interesting that Texas is one of a handful of states where Supreme Court justices are elected there in the state. And I can tell you that Democrats now in the state say that they are going to contest every single one of these open positions.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about this, MaryAlice. And Averi, let's talk about President Biden here. We're going to turn the tables on that because a lot went on this week. But we also have that vote on the Hill for impeachment proceedings. So what do we know? What are the implications there?
Right, Gio. What happened was House Republicans voted to proceed with an impeachment inquiry without any evidence to determine whether President Biden benefited from his son Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings. And now I spoke with the campaign. They say they're not going to touch Hunter Biden. They say he is a private citizen, but they will attack this impeachment inquiry. They've already started to fundraise off of it. They've called it baseless. They've called it ridiculous. But ultimately, I don't think that the campaign is going to spend that much time talking about these issues. They do not think American voters are going to hinge their vote on this come November.
All right, up next here, MaryAlice, let's go back to you in New Hampshire because some major headlines on Israel this week. The president saying behind closed doors that Israel was engaged in what he called indiscriminate bombing. Obviously, the implications on that are huge. You pressed the White House on the president's comments.
Yeah, they just have not had a good answer on this. They say that Israel has the responsibility to conduct itself in a way that follows the rules of war. But indiscriminate bombing would seem to fly in the face of acceptable rules of war. I asked the White House there in the briefing, if the president believes that Israel is engaging in indiscriminate bombing, wouldn't the U.S. have an obligation to put new conditions on military aid? The national security spokesperson, John Kirby, just did not have an answer for that. He danced around it. We know they're trying to push Israel to start a new phase of this war, lower intensity, more surgical. But the reality is they are already facing a lot of tough questions from members of Congress, Democrats who say there really should be changes to aid going to Israel in the future if this is the kind of destruction that they're seeing on the ground in Gaza, guys.
All right, MaryAlice Parks, Averi Harper, our thanks to both of you. As always, we appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.